Okay, welcome back. Now I'm gonna take you on a tour of kind of the train track setup that I've got going. Change the view a little bit. Okay, so this is off. Kind of the starting point was at my base area. I figured I'd kind of just start from there. And I figured with the train track is I'd set it up so that it would, kind of start going around all the area that I've, been working at. I've got off to the left here. I've got a kind of a farm automatic. I was trying to set up an automatic farm section. I've got sprinklers to keep it all hydrated. Because I was going to try and use the helpful villager mod, but it just wasn't working properly the way that I wanted to. So I'll just have to kind of set that up as a standard farm. Let's see. And I set up kind of some access points to be able to I can turn one way or the other. And I'm using the mod Rail to Vor. So thank you to the creator of that mod. It's a very nice mod. So what I've done here is I've kind of set myself up a train, a train yard type thing. We've got some ostriches right now. It looks like, checking it out. There's a back wall there, type thing. And I've, kind of started setting up a crafting area related to some of this, uh, some of the train stuff. But this way I could put a train, uh, different train stuff there to be able to, if I wanted to change carts or, something. Just up here I've got, originally this was just going to be kind of a turning point here for going around the bend, but then I figured, okay, what I'm going to do is when I want to start expanding, I figure, okay, that's what I'll do is I'll make this kind of for being able to go south or west, right off the bat. So I, I set that up, but I haven't really gone that far with it yet. Oh, I got a floating tree that I got to take down. I've got a little bit of work I eventually will probably do with all this bridge, with the bridges and stuff. Kind of start making them look like actual bridges. But there's the edge of my castle. You can see kind of my farm off of the small farm that I was working on. And now we're going to start coming into the little city that me and my son are working on together. It's a work in progress. We only have so many buildings put into place right now. But eventually, I'm hoping that we'll, kind of build this all up into a small little town. I leveled it. I leveled all the ground so that me and my son could do that. And we've even got city roads, and I've got the city's got its own network for storage of all of everything that was related to with uh, everything I collected, so that me or him could access it. My son put a random bed there. And just over here, my son had built our first real kind of train station. Uh, so they can bark and go to his. He's really into Jurassic Park, so this is supposed to be the Jurassic Park entrance, and that's his small park that he's working on. Uh, if I found it a lot easier just to kind of have the train track go out over the water instead of trying to go along the contours of the land completely, because that's what I had done with a different mod that I had tried, where I brought it so it was right close to the landscape, but it didn't. With this one, it didn't quite work out that way, so had to remodify things. But as you can see, we've got streets set up, and I've got network under the streets uh, for being able to put stuff in. There's lots of wildlife kind of floating around. And as we kind of expand, then I'll add uh, more track to be able to access everything. So there's still some kind of the edge of the small city that we're working on, and I've got a tunnel over there because I didn't take out all of the area, but if I need to, I will. That way, if we wanted to, we can build a house up on the top there, or a skyscraper, or whatever need be. And this is more potential area that could be used down the road. Uh, there's lots of little potential things that could be done here. And now we're going to come to the one edge of my son's base. Like I said, this is my son's base to the right here. Plus, he built this little building, that so my son can eventually put a train station somewhere along here and be able to access the train. And if need be, I can, you know, eventually set up a section to be able to go that way. Now, what I wanted to do is I wanted to tie it back around to the far side, but I didn't want to go over the water. So I decided, okay, what we'll do this time is I'd go under the water. So I had to do a lot of digging and had to redo my tunnel a couple times so that I could get it so the train would work full or properly coming down this way. I've got little access points, from when I was digging. There was a little lava flow, so I kept it. But this goes right down, and even some of the tunnel I even had to go into the water. Uh, Came right out into the kind of ocean water area when we get down to the lowest point here. Uh, it it acts, so right this right here is the lowest point of the whole tunnel. So, and what I'm thinking about doing in the future now that I've got the hardened glass is I'm going to actually make it so you can actually see the water. Is kind of my plan. So in a future episode, I will show, the changes that I've done to so that you can actually see the water and the wildlife floating around. I figured it'd be kind of cool. We're venturing our way back up. And now we've come out on the other side of our tunnel. It took a little bit of work to do some of that and get everything set up just so. I like having all this extra little wildlife running around. It makes it look more realistic. And this brings us back around, and I can either go to the right and go back to the base, or I can keep going straight and kind of come back around, and if I need to, unload uh, a cart or something, I can, or if I've got a train with a section on, I can unload it. But I covered up the whole area so that it, you know, the trains wouldn't get wet, and some of it's integrated with the ground because I basically dug into a hill, and wherever it came out, that's where I uh, left it at a certain height. Uh, but thank you for viewing, and I will, when I've constructed some more, I will make some more video. Okay, thank you for viewing.